Well, hello everybody. My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom in Food and Clean Intermittent Fasting and OMAD. I love my food program. I hope you're doing the same, loving your food program, whatever it is. So, it's December. We're wearing the red. It's a little festive. So, I'm looking forward to being a little festive. And if it means just wearing a red sweater, that's it for me. I'm not a big holiday celebrator, but I certainly do love the colors, the smells of pine, and all that good stuff. So, have you had your brakes checked? What? Why are you asking me if I've had my brakes checked? Because this is the month of indulging. And so, if you have good brakes, you know, I hope that you're going to treat yourself to indulging, but you know when to tap your brakes and when to just come to a screeching halt. That has always been the problem for me. It's like, you do something, you have a Christmas or some sort of holiday goodie, and it's like, can you stop at that? Or is the next day yet another chance for another holiday goodie? Like the people that bring in the cans of cookies. It's not just Tuesday, have your cookies, be done with it, be glad, not have set in that craving, right? No, it hasn't. So we have to be very, very careful as we pick and choose what is worth it in our wheelhouse, right? So we all have our own list of things that we look forward to, things that we might bake, things that we share, other people's, great little recipes that they pull out this time of year. And so choosing the goodie and knowing when to apply the brakes. Can you do it? Can you put it into your OMAD? Can you be clean all the way? If somebody brings something in to where you work, or you go to somebody's house, or somebody comes by your house and they have a tray of something, a dish of something, are you able to stay clean intermittent fasting and put it into your OMAD? Perhaps coming up with the conversation of how you would explain to a normie that you eat a little bit different. It doesn't mean that you deprive yourself of whatever it is that they've brought and presented. It's just that you have to have it at a different time of day. And so getting that into place, is it easy? No. Do you have to look at their look of disappointment because they won't be with you when you take that first bite because you've asked if, you've put it in a container or wrapped it in something and said, I'll bring it home and have it with my OMAD. It's hard to explain to a normie what it is that we're doing and the value of it. They don't look at you and say, wow, you've maintained your weight for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years by doing it this way. I see that there's some value in that. I respect that. They aren't going to say that, right? Nobody ever says, how do you do it? And it's like, oh, okay. And then doesn't bug you about not doing it, right? So I'm just thinking of the break room of where I work now, and it is always filled, always with yesterday's baked goods. I mean, cakes and cookies and muffins and Danish, and it's just absolute. Not to mention candy, but there's some other non-sugar carb delights there too. It's all there. I guess it might be good for me because the exposure that I'm having, I just get kind of used to looking over at that table, and it's just like it's a party every day. They provide. Food is love, and food is what they give us plenty of. So I have to be very, very careful, and I have to, develop that second skin as to what I don't want to have, and definitely not in my clean intermittent fasting window, which is always when I work. I wake up, I have my element in my water, I have my black coffee, and then I go to work fasted. If I'm not working in the store, then I'm doing my Instacart, and it's always fasted. That's how I operate, and that's the square part of my day over here where no intrusions, no matter what. I'm going to have only black coffee and plain water all day long. If something was to happen and I couldn't resist, it would go home with me, or I would be at home and I would have it in my feasting window of my OMAD. It is a food protocol that has worked for me for all these years. And when I finally got to the clean intermittent fasting part, the clean part of giving up the flavored waters and coffees and things in my coffee and, you know, um, alternative sugars like xylitol and stevia, when all of those things went away in my fasting window, it became the game changer. It was truly the miracle for this old body and keeping the weight off. I had my weigh in yesterday because it was December 1st. I weigh myself on December 1st, and the pound that I took off in November came back. So, of course, there's always going to be that fluctuation. So, I'm not worried. Ooh, green and red. I added it to my little leatherette booklet that I've put my weight first of the month, every month. And it's just a guide. It's not something to torture me like weight used to. I'm not going to weigh myself again until January 1st. That's just how it operates. It's a guide, it's a tool, it's a barometer along with my jeans. I have blue jeans that I wear, and then I have black jeans that I wear. Both are Levi's on my, work days and days off. And today will be the black jeans because I'm wearing a black tweed coat, a herringbone tweed coat with my red sweater, my little red earrings, and it's just a good day. So I'm just hoping that you've got into plan the verbiage that you're going to need when the food pushers come into your life, because they will. Tis the season. And so I hope it all works out with you. You can put what works for you down below, or if you're on the struggle bus and you need some help with how to handle it, you can put that below too. It's not easy. And the food pushers are pushing, you know, part of our addiction, our disease, our cravings, our I can't have that at this time sort of thing. So, getting the verbiage in place where you're not hurting feelings, because food is love. I'm the same way. Greg says, "What is it with you and food?" He doesn't get it. And he won't get it. He doesn't have to get it. He's never had a weight problem. If you live with somebody that's never had a weight problem or an addiction to food or certain foods, they're just not going to get it. And that's just the way that it is. So that's another reason why, I have my channel. So I can be around, well, you're not here with me, but, have the support, the community of people that struggle with food pushers this time of year, struggle with cravings, struggle with, oh, I slipped and had it, the sort of things that it's life, it's food. We have to eat. You don't ever have to have another cigarette again. You don't ever have to shoot heroin. But yes, you do have to eat to maintain, sustain your life. And so most of us have made choices that weren't the best for us over the years, over the decades. And so now here we are, and we've cleaned it up a lot. And sometimes, you know, we have a slip and fall. And it's okay. It's what happens. It's how we're going to handle the next day. Does the next day mean more treats, more giving in, more, oh, well, it's the season. I'll work on it in January. We've all done what we've done, right? And so it's what in your heart of hearts that you want to do just for you for now, and getting the support and encouragement and atta girl, atta boy, and the love that we foodies all share together. So anyway, here we are, December 2nd. It's festive, it's pushing, we're in trouble unless you have the right words to say. So let's put our best foot forward, our best verbiage forward, and, work our way through this maze of what's going to happen to us in the next month. It's a tough month, and I don't believe in deprivation, but it's the brakes. When can you put the brakes on? My name is Sarah, and this is Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Clean Intermittent Fasting and OMAD. And I wish you the best, and I will see you here the next time. Bye bye for now.